Okay. Good morning, virtual students and physical students. I know I've already said good morning to you physical students. Now it's just weird. So hopefully those videos have been sort of kind of useful. Virtual students, if you go into your Schoology account and under the daily announcements, there's a couple of links at the very top, how to log into Schoology and how to upload stuff to Schoology. You guys want to use those. And let me demonstrate this for you guys specifically, how to do this with band kids. So if you go into your Schoology, is it on the screen? Yep. Get in there. Okay, and you go to, you guys are 01. There is an assignment here that's just always here. It says chunk submission page. Now you click on this, and I can't show you this because I am the teacher, and stupidly Schoology isn't set up for me to be able to see things the way you will see them. But if you see this on your phone or on a Chromebook or a computer, you will see a little button right here that will allow you to turn stuff in, okay? This link, by the way, will take you to that video that we just watched, which, oh, that's the login, the Schoology one. Anyway, yeah, that'll take you to there so you can see all that again. But you want to record yourself playing a chunk and submit it there. It can be a video from your phone, which you push that little button, the plus sign button on your phone, and give it access to your camera. You can record it directly into Schoology. I don't care. If you want to take a separate video on your phone and then upload that as a file, I don't care. It's fine, whatever. But that's how you turn chunk submissions into me. Remember, this year, you have to turn in one chunk every week. Oh, we talked about that last week. You may not have remembered, and that's okay. And that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to start back up on our chunk stuff. We're going to do rhythm chunks today. Oh, that's right. I would like my virtual friends to upload something today to this. Just upload whatever. That's just to prove that you guys have done it. Virtual kid or physical kids, by watching these videos, congratulations, you get 10 points for the day. Yay for you. Virtual kids, just upload literally anything, and that'll be your 10 points for the day. Then you've got another 10 points on the line today by doing your chunk stuff. So you may or may not remember where you left off last year, and that's okay if you don't remember at all. You also might or might not have your actual chunk music, and that's okay if you don't. I've got replacements up here. So we're going to go through here in a moment and remind you where you were, and then we're going to get started on those. I'll give you, 10 minutes or so to go through and look at your chunks and then go. We're only going to do rhythm chunks today because we're not playing in class yet. But after we are able to play, then we'll start doing either rhythm or melodic stuff in class. So today is just going to be rhythm. If you are not sure which one you are, come on up here and I'll look up in the spreadsheet to see which one you are. Virtual kids, if you're not sure which one you are, send me an email and I will let you know which rhythm chunk you should be doing. Percussion kids who don't do percussion or who only do snare or mallet things, if you brought a pair of drumsticks, you can do the snare ones. If not, we can just go to a random rhythm one for you and whatever. That's not a big deal. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera off because you don't need to, virtual kids, you don't need to watch everybody else clap and count through things. If you have any questions, virtual kids, email me, okay? All right, anybody else, you can come up here and I will get you your, where you were at in your chunks. Yeah. Goodbye, virtual kids.
I didn't hear that.
Huh.
I have.
Okay.
I woke up last hearing, but my mind just blocked out.
So if you are having some trouble with your rhythm things, I'm going to go through this right now. And I've turned the camera back on so that our virtual friends can hear this. There are, first off, us starting without playing, I know is not ideal, but this does give us the opportunity to try to blow some of the dust off from March on how you do rhythms. And as I have said many times before, rhythms are the most important part of playing an instrument anyway. Like, if you don't know how to do rhythms, you don't actually know how to play. Like, if you play the right note at the wrong time, what you played is the wrong note, right?
Technically, yes.
Technically, yes. And I'm all about technicalities. So if you don't know how to do rhythms, then, that makes everything else harder. So spending time doing rhythms is not ideal, but it's also not a bad thing. I noticed two problems with this. And since a lot of you are on gold 1 or 2, cut time is your nemesis at the moment. So you were taught about cut time by me and by Mrs. Jocham. And perhaps you taught yourself cut time. That's fine. But let's understand what cut time actually means, yeah? So we're going to start by talking about cut time by talking about not cut time. Specifically, let's talk about 2/4. 2/4, I'm glad you asked, Micah, is 2 beats per measure, 1, 2, but both of those are quarter notes. Let's try clapping and counting in 2/4 all together. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's do eighth notes. 2, ready, and go. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 16th notes. 2, ready, go. 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a. Great. Okay. Let's talk about cut time now, because cut time sounds the same, but looks different. That thing I just said is very important. Cut time sounds the same, but looks different. Because cut time is 2/2, not 2/4. So there are still 2 beats in a measure. 1, 2, 1, 2. But they're not quarter notes. Those are now half notes. There are 2 half notes in a measure in cut time. How's your brain, Micah? Oh no, it's not longer. It's still going to sound like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's just that both of these claps are now half notes, not quarter notes. Yeah? Is the dawn of remembering upon you?
My brain woke up slightly.
Oh, good. That means that if this is 1, 2, everybody clap half notes. Or 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's right. You're clapping half notes right now. If I asked you to clap a whole note, it would be 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Back to half notes. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now clap quarter notes. 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. That's right. These are quarter notes. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Clap eighth notes. Here we go. 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a.
What's the 16th note in this cut time?
1 E and a Andy and a Andy and a 1 E and a Andy and a 2 E and a Andy and a 1 E and a 2 E and a Andy and a Andy and a. Yeah. Don't worry about it. We're not going to talk about 30-second notes. But anyway, they sound the same. So you cannot tell if something is in 2/4 or cut time by listening. You can only tell if it's in 2/4 or cut time by seeing it with your eyes. Right? This is why gold number 1 is purposely designed to confuse you. Let's all clap gold number 1. I know you may not have done that one today, and that's fine. But pull it up and look at it. Gold number 1. Here we go. Isn't it gold number 1? Yeah, it is. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 1 and 2. 1 and 1 and 2. Say it with me. 1, 2, here we go. 1 and 1 and 2. 1 and 1 and 2. Can you be at least as loud as me? You know, me who is like the loudest human ever, then add a microphone. Come on, be at least as loud as me. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 1 and 2. Okay, not bad. So they sound the same. Each of those two measures sounds the same, but they look different because one of them is in 2/4 and one of them is in cut time. How is your brain?
What if you were to put like 6/8 into cut time?
Well, cut time 6/8 is a thing. Yeah, you would just call it 6/16. So you just have 6/16 notes in a measure. It's the same idea. I mean, yeah. But I would invite you not to think about that right now. Micah casually asking like super dangerous questions. Casually. Is that a thing? Yes. Oh, my brain. Okay. Are there any questions about the cut time game? Tyler, how are you doing? He gives me the shrug of approval. Yeah, approval. Okay, the other thing that is catching some of you off guard is what I, perhaps lovingly or not, call dangling eighth notes. What's that? So a dangling eighth note, if I had my screen here, I would find one, but a dangling eighth note is just an eighth note all by itself. It has just a single little flag, the little curly thing at the top. People like to assume that dangling eighth notes are always an and they are not always an and. A single eighth note all by itself out in the wilderness can be a lot of different things. It could be an and. It could be a big beat. It could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, or 6, or 10, or whatever. We don't know until we go through and figure it out. Do not assume that just because it's an eighth note out there all by itself that it has to be an and. You have to figure out where it's placed. A related thing, and this might have caught some of you off guard today too, is not all quarter notes start on a big beat. You can have a quarter note that starts on an and. Right? It's still a beat long, but it starts on an and. You could have a rhythm like this. One and, one and, one and, one and. It's syncopated. That rhythm, if it was written out, would be eighth note, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, eighth note. One and, one and, one and. So those are quarter notes in there that are on the ands. Yes?
Your shoes are tied.
Huh?
Your shoes are tied.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not going downstairs anytime soon. I'll live. Appreciate your concern for my well-being, though. She just got the joke. Welcome to the joke. It's fine.
I thought you were just
So-
gonna jump off.
Huh?
I thought you were just gonna jump
I
off.
was gonna roll off. Bump up, bump up, roll off. I've been cooped up in the house for 5 months with nobody to tell bad jokes to. You're gonna have to really forgive me for like the next 2 or 3
I
years.
love bad joke.
Okay. Does anybody else have any questions about rhythm stuff? Okay. If you passed today, congratulations, you have passed your rhythm chunks for the week. If you have not, I'll let you have round 2 on this next class. Okay? And if you don't pass it after next class, then you need to do it online. So, that's fine. All right, we got 10 minutes. That is just enough time. Let me go grab my bag of chevrons and letters, and we will distribute letters and chevrons. I'll be right back.